All right, welcome to G period finance class, and it's what day is it? It's Thursday, May 7th. All right. Couple of announcements. Let's see here. The chapter 6 is it's on the digital site. Dugan, Landis, Rakobo, Wright, and Yell. Make sure you take that. Okay.
What's there?
I'm sorry?
Oh, wait, what does it have to take?
Chapter 6 quiz, it's on the digital site.
Mr. Gaffney,
Let's see if anybody's.
get my whole digital.
There's also for chapter 5 test, old Dugan, Rakobo, and Ward never took it.
I wouldn't let me log into my account. I had to reset everything.
Wait, you said Ward, sir,
Yes, sir.
for chapter 5?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll look at that.
Wait, sir, what's the website even called again?
www.foundationsdigital.com, and you have to set up an account, and it's passworded, so it's in the instructions back on clear back on March 23rd, March 24th under announcements. So it's there. If you can't find it, send me an email and I'll resend you the instructions. But particularly you guys are seniors, I only got you, I think, one day next week, and then I think I don't have you anymore after Tuesday.
Yeah, Mr. Gaffney called us today.
Last call to wrap things up.
So, Mr. Gaffney,
Mr. Lambert,
I still have a 0 for that quiz.
for which quiz?
The one that you say it was a post test that counted as a quiz. On Blackbox says I have a 0 and I took that quiz. You told me you had me.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, I've got you as an 87. Let me make a note here. Once we get out of here, I'll go back and check. It was chapter 6 quiz. Yeah, I've got that you took it and I got your score. For some reason, maybe it didn't register when I posted it in Blackboard.
Okay, that's fine.
Other concerns, comments? All right. So here's the plan for today. We're going to wrap up chapter 7. I graded for completion, not for accuracy, that double discount exercise that we talked about on Tuesday in class. So if you didn't submit it by noon today, if you want to submit it, I'll give you half credit. I'm going to share my screen and post it. And then I'm going to put the pre-test on for chapter 7, and we're going to walk through that in a fairly brisk pace, which will set you up very nicely for the chapter 7 post-test, which is online. So if you would take that between now and Friday, that would be outstanding. Okay. So that's the plan of attack for today, and we'll probably be done in time that you could take the test and still be done with this class before 1 o'clock. Passing the test. Test is 33, 34, 35 questions, all multiple choice. So the answer is there lurking somewhere. All right, so let's do share screen. Where did it go? Disappeared. Let's see, is that it? Let's see if that's it. Yeah, I want that. Okay, so if you happen to have your notebook or your worksheet from this, that you did it sometime between now and Tuesday, let me pull this up just a little bit. You know, we're given certain values, different values on each scenario to calculate the various discounts. Okay, so like I said, I graded it for completion, not for accuracy. So I'm just going to kind of leave this here and let you look. If you guys had me for Algebra 2, you kind of remember, you know, kind of a quick and easier way than what actually the textbook showed you is like if this was the original price, number 2 at $179.99, and the sales, you're getting a 25% discount. There was a quicker way to do it than what algebra taught you. They taught you multiply the $179.99 by 0.25 and then subtract it from from the 179.99. So it's kind of a two-step process. If you wanted to do it in a one-step process, you could actually multiply this guy here by 75% or 0.75, and that would immediately give you the new sale price if you wanted
Wait, sir, we can't see anything.
headquarters. I'm sorry?
All I see is your screen on the like the docs on the Word. I don't see like the worksheet.
It's attached with the Dropbox on
Oh, I thought you were going over it. Oh, my bad.
4-5. Yeah, the worksheet's on 4-5.
No, I have it done. I was just like,
5-5.
I was asking what was going on.
Okay. Let's see here. If you looked, that was one thing I wanted to bring up. Now, on a lot of these, you had a, let's just use the example. You had a 15% discount, which would, for the $30 item, was $4.50. It gave you a new price of $25.41. And then they took an additional 20% off, all right, which in this case happened to be $5.10, which gave you a new price of this. And so they wanted you to calculate the percent savings. So again, this is kind of Algebra 1, Algebra 2 stuff. You had to subtract this 2039 from the 29.99 and find out what that difference was, and then divide that difference by this 29.99 and multiply it times 100 for this value, or this percent savings value. Now, if you look on all these, and that's what some of these questions down below alluded to. You had 15% off, and then you had 20% off, but the overall discount was only 32%, not 35. Why? Because this 20% off was not off the original price. It was off the previously discounted price. That makes sense. And you probably picked up on that, but I did just kind of want to mention it.
Wait, sir, what are you circling? Because all I see is your Word docs. Like I don't see a worksheet. You're just circling nothing on my screen.
Is that the same for everybody? You should be.
That's why I was confused.
No, yeah, we don't see the worksheet.
You don't see the worksheet. Okay, let me come out of it and try it again. Give me 1 second. That's weird. All right, give me one. Let me reload the worksheet. Let's do this. All right, so. Let's try this again. That's strange. Okay, let's try this guy. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, now we can see it.
See it? I don't know what happened. Okay. All right, let me just, then I'll kind of repeat a little bit what I talked about before. All right, I'm just going to use one since that was already kind of pre-filled for you. The 15% discount, 15% times the $29.99 is a $4.50 reduction in price. What I was saying earlier, if I just wanted to find the new sale price and I didn't really need to know what the discounted price, what you could have done is taken this $29.99 and actually multiplied it times 0.85, and that would have given you the $25.49. If you didn't need to know this, right? That's some Algebra 1, Algebra 2 stuff, all right? So now you had to take it, you got an additional 20% off. So the 20% times, or the 0.20 times the 25.49, you do that 510. If you subtract the 510 from the 25.49, you got a 39. And once again, if you didn't need to do this step and you had to figure out what's the new price with a 20% off the already discounted price, you could have multiplied this guy times 0.80, right? And that would have given you the 20% off. And again, it saved you the step of calculating this and then subtracting it from the 25.49. And what I was mentioning earlier, here we had a 15% discount and a 20% discount, all right? So you would think, well, I got 35% off, but you actually didn't. You got 32% off, which you calculated that by taking the difference between the 2039 and the 29.99, which happened to be what, $7.60. So this 32% is actually, what was it? The $7.60 divided by the original $29.99 and multiplied all that times 100. So all that makes sense. And I want you, while I have this up here, to check hopefully you've got that worksheet in front of you and kind of check to make sure you did it correctly, because I just graded what you had submitted earlier for completion, not for accuracy.
Sir, did you get my late email?
No,
I sent it before 12.
I didn't check an email since about 11:15, 11:30. So,
Okay, yeah, because I sent it after. I sent it like maybe 15 minutes before class started.
okay. All right. Any comments or discussions on anything on that table, and any or particularly questions that you got something totally different than what I have here? Everybody got these values or something super close to it? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. I'm
I'm going to scroll down and just kind of talk about the questions down below after that. Just check your work in case there's a couple of these on the test.
Okay, I'm good.
All right.
Wait, sir. So on number 3, why'd you round up from 24 or 244.99 just to 245? I thought I was trying to be exact.
Yeah, let me, well, let's see. Well, if I add these, if I add these two together, right? Let's see. Yeah, these two added together gives me this 489.99.
Oh wait, I had it flipped. Never mind. I realized that I had it flipped.
Okay. Any other questions? I'm going to talk just briefly about the questions. Says, what do you notice about the percentage savings in the examples above when you have a double sale? And that kind of alluded to with that example I did. That first one, you thought you were getting a 20% discount and a 15% discount for an overall 35. But that second 15% discount is on the discounted price. So it's 15% of the discounted price, not 15% of the original price. And that's why it actually, computed in that last column to 32%. And that was true in all 7 of those calculations. Just looking right here, we had a 40% discount here, and I think this was 20% discount here. So that you would think, well, that's 62% or 60%, but when you do the calculations, it's actually a 52% discount for the exact same reasons. Does that make sense? Good. All right. The rest of these questions were all very similar. What's the better deal on a $50 item with a 45% off the original price, or 30% off and then an additional 20% off? And in this case, the 45% off, the 45% off was better than the 30/20, right? And you did the same thing on all of them. Right? You saved 50 cents. All right. Any questions before I flip to the other questions? Let me see if I can get them all on here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I need to. Oops. Let's see if I need to highlight anything. Let me just come down a little bit. Just take a look, because all these it was kind of this very similar question, just with different values. Yeah, 11, 12, 13 was all kind of similar as 8 and 9. All right. On 13, it said, what's the price per item if you purchase an $8.99 product at buy 2, get 1 free? So you just multiply the $8.99 times 2, hopefully, and then divide it by 3. So you're actually paying about $6 a piece. It's about a third off, actually. Why do stores do these buy 1, get 1 for half off, or buy 2, get a third one free? It's usually when they're trying to clear out an item, because it gets you to typically will get a consumer to purchase more than what they normally would. All right. Lastly,
I think that's one of the smartest things, Mr. Gaffney.
yeah, I mean, it's a way, it's typically real common, like end of a season sale, when they want to get the summer clothes out before fall or winter, or, into the beach season or whatever it is. Or grocery stores use a lot if they got over a bulk of bananas or tomatoes or whatever it is, they do this kind of bulk grouping of items to get you to purchase more than what you probably normally would.
Yeah, because at CVS they have like these Arizonas for like 4 for $2, and I had to get me some.
There you go. CVS they do a lot with the end of season stuff. Like I bought a bunch of coolers from them at the end of summer when they're giving away for about half price.
Yeah.
All right. Last one says, what do you have to be cautious before purchasing anything that's on sale? Are you buying it just because it's a great deal, or do you really need it? Again, the sales are trying to get you to buy stuff that maybe you wouldn't normally buy. All right. So is it really needed? And the reminder would tell you is, don't buy it just because it's on sale. Now, if it's necessary or needed and it's on sale, it's a done deal. But don't buy things just because they're on sale, because you think you're saving money if you're going to go home and throw it in the back of the closet or in the trunk of your car or whatever. All right. Any comments, questions on that exercise? Okay. Let me the thing here. I got to stop share. All right. Now, hopefully, I'm going to pull the pre-test up, which looks remarkably similar. Let's see if I can find it here. Not that. It's not that. Where'd it go? Looks like I lost it. Let's see if that's, there it is. Okay. And we'll just kind of go through these, and then it'll make the post-test that much easier. All right. Type of a yard sale with most, oops, oh, sorry about that. Can everybody see that?
Nope.
No? Yes?
No, definitely not. That's weird to see.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Why is this thing being so uncooperative today? All right, give me a second to see if I can troubleshoot what this glitch is. Let's see here. Let's see, I want this guy. Try it. All right. Get rid of this. All right, everybody see it now?
Yeah.
Yep, outstanding. Type of yard sale with more items, usually the entire contents of a household.
Estate sale.
Estate sale. Usually when people are moving, or maybe elderly people are downsizing, estate sales are real common. Ramsey talked about this in the video the other day. Most of the items in a pawn shop are stolen.
False.
False. That is a common thought. All right. Learning to be quiet is actually a powerful tool in negotiation.
True.
True. He talked about that. That was when he was talking about, where they kept throwing more good stuff in with the deal because you just stood there and were quiet. So sometimes less is more. Usually gives you more bargaining power. True. Item 5, getting the best deal on a purchase involves doing all the following except which?
Don't negotiate.
Which one?
Have negotiating.
For a new product.
Yeah, first in line for a new product, you're usually going to get hammered on that deal. All except because if you want to have the latest and greatest Air Jordans or iPhone, you're typically going to pay premium dollar. To bargain for a lower price is to negotiate. You guys sleeping?
I was coming out, sir. Give me a chance.
All right, Joe tries to bargain at an electronics store but is unable to negotiate the price down. What should be his next step?
All the above.
Uh,
Walk away.
yeah, I'd probably say walk away. If it's not down to a price that he's willing to pay or thinks it's worth, right?
Walk away.
Okay. If you're trying to buy something, it's not your job to come up with a good price. Make the seller work for your business. True or false?
False.
You're trying to buy something. It's a weird question.
Is that false, sir?
Interpreting that one. What do you think? Trying to think, am I looking at it as a buyer or as a seller? If you're trying to, okay, so you're the buyer. As the buyer, I'm going to try to negotiate. So I would say
False.
it's a two-way street. So I'm going to say false on that question.
Yeah, Mr. Gaffney, we're on the same page.
Yeah, it's one of those things, if you don't ask, if you don't ask for a lower price, you're definitely not going to get it. All right, the process of quantifying costs and benefits of a decision.
Cost benefit analysis.
Yeah, the answer is right in the question. Which of the following is not recommended when selling something you own? Not recommended. Anybody?
Buying only name brand products.
Whoever that was, the audio was real messed up.
A.
First one? Yeah, I think that kind of gets into his morals or ethics. He said, you got to be honest. So that's probably the best of those. All right. Which of the following is not recommended if you're trying to make your money go further? Buying clothing at an end of season sales, buying only name brand products, negotiating for a low price, comparison shopping.
B.
B, second one. Stop if you want to talk about them in more detail. Ability to walk away from a purchase when negotiating. That's
Buyer's advantage. Nope. Walkaway power.
It's really walk-away power. It's right in the question.
Buyer's advantage sounds a little bit better. But I see
Yeah,
it's
but
walkaway.
Yeah, both of those, it is a buyer's advantage because you can always walk away. You still have the head. You just don't have the item. I'd take either one of those.
Hey.
I feel strongly both ways. All right.
Sure.
Which of the following statements are false? Using a cost
D.
analysis approach to your buying
D as in Dylan.
will make you a wise consumer. That's a true statement. In addition to economic savings, wise consumers also enjoy improved health and have a positive impact on a larger social and even global environment. Wow. That's powerful. C is true.
It's D, sir.
Which one you say?
I said D. D as in Dylan.
D is in Dylan.
Yeah.
True is in Tennyson. Yeah, that's the better. I think that's the better of all four.
So we're on a roll right now.
Definitely not A and C. I just that B has got a lot of stuff packed into it. All right, the good guy or bad guy technique is a negotiating tool that you should be aware of.
Yep, true.
Yes, true.
Car
John, I beat you
dealerships,
to it.
that's one of their common tools for getting you to buy. Which of the following statements are false? Which of the following statements is false? Let's see.
B.
That's false?
I think so. Or just asking for
Asking for a great deal doesn't mean you'll get one. That's C. Once again,
oh,
I think it's C.
just asking for a great deal. No.
think about it. If you negotiate correctly,
D.
Doesn't happen just by accident.
now I'm thinking I'm going with B. I'm sticking with it.
Oh, D.
A is true.
Because like think about it.
A is
Correctly-
true, B is true.
Come on.
I go D.
What?
D is a Dylan. Dylan.
Bull.
Disagree? Anybody want to disagree?
I mean, a great deal often just happens by accident. I mean, hold on a sec. It's false. That's not. I don't know, sir. That question is confusing me. I don't like
Yeah,
it.
it's not a good question, but D, I think D is in Dylan. D is in Dylan. All right. Federal Trade Commission found that people who reported having more debt than they could handle were more likely to be victims of consumer fraud involving.
I'm going with.
I don't remember talking about that.
Just throwing things at us, sir. Let's go with C though, because credit repair, like that's
I
what
don't
we're
remember
going
hearing the
debt
video
for.
I'm talking about that, sir.
Yeah, a lot of this credit repair and debt consolidation is kind of like payday loans and title
We're
loans.
going with C.
C,
Yes,
C is
sir.
C is in Cody.
Hmm.
Right. The exchange of goods or services that use without the use of money. We talked about that.
B as in Brendan.
Is it?
B as in Brendan.
Nah, it's
Order.
exchange of goods. That's bartering. All right.
Dumb.
Let's see. There's some companies, my wife's company does that. Well, they'll barter with other companies. Like they'll do advertising for a painting outfit, and the painting outfit will come in and paint their building. There's no money change hands. So sometimes there's some tax advantages to that. So that's bartering. No money changes hands. Bargain, money's going to change hands. All right.
Lucky 7 rules.
The Lucky 7 rules can get you incredible deals on the stuff you buy every day, but only works if you what? I remember you had the seven.
Use them. You got to use the item. You
You
got
got to
to
use them, right? If you don't use them, you're going to lose them. All right.
Come on, coach. Let's go.
When buying the things at an auction, it's important that you do what?
All the above. I don't even got to read it.
Yep. Yeah. Don't auctions. You can get hung up in the excitement and thrill and the competition of bidding on things. So you got to have limits. You got to have the knowledge of the materials that are being sold and what's a fair price. Otherwise, you could end up paying a lot more. Making informed choices as a consumer will usually yield savings.
False.
What? It's true as in Tennyson. Retail stores where people sell items and the owners of the shop gets a percentage of the sale. They talk
Hey.
about those. Consignment shop. Well, there's a lot of that with fancy, expensive clothes. You take them there, and the consignment shop typically gets 20%, and you get 80%. Having to do with a person's honesty and moral attributes.
Impulse.
Come on.
Malcolm, you just shouting him out. Leave it right or left.
Mr. Fogarty wouldn't be happy with that answer. I think
Integrity.
about this. Integrity. Store return policies must balance customer
All
service
the above.
as a consumer to ensure the best possible store return policies. You should.
All the above.
All the above. Have your receipt. Familiar size
Shopping for bargains is part of healthy financial.
with the policy return procedures.
True.
Hey, that's. Let me just add. A lot of companies now, both mail order and big box stores, charge you a restocking fee of like anywhere from 15 to 25% if you bring it back. So be careful of that restocking fee, often in very, very small print. Return something. Shopping for bargains of a financial is part of a healthy financial plan because it makes your hard-earned money go further. That's a tough one.
I mean, look, shopping for bargains.
True.
Yeah.
Process by which the holder of a mortgage sells the property of a homeowner,
Foreclosure.
paid interest and or principal payments. Foreclosure. Foreclosure. If you don't make your payments, they can foreclose.
They gonna kick you out. Uncle Sam gonna get in there, coach.
Well, actually, the bank, whoever has the note on the house is going to get in there and kick you out.
False.
And then
Let's read the question, Mal.
let's say that if you owe $200,000 on the house and then they sell it for $150,000, they can come back still after you've gotten kicked out of your house for that extra $50,000. Right.
So that bank can do whatever they want to do.
In certain circumstances, okay to stretch the truth to get a bargain.
False.
False. That's an integrity deal. Which of the following describes why using cash is a great bargaining tool?
Cash is
Cash is
all
visual.
above.
All of the above, as in Andrew. Which of the following is typically not a good place to find a deal?
I'm gonna say
Individuals.
No, because remember he talked about individuals. They just want to get rid of it. They don't care about the price.
Hey, what is a consignment shop?
That's where you can take your fancy schmancy
Oh, that's it.
and resell them.
That's it right there.
Nah, it's malls. Malls are a ripoff.
Oh,
Right.
I'll go consignment shop.
That's messed up, coach.
And you'd be wrong. It's-
Ooh, you gonna talk your stuff.
Come on, coach. Like,
Yeah, take those Air Jordans, that consignment shop. Here we go. Difference between wholesale price and retail price is the,
markup. Margin.
Oh,
No. Yeah.
let's
but-
see. I don't, let's see, wholesale price.
And the difference between a wholesale.
That's markup.
Nah, but if it's going,
No, because wholesale and retail are two, like it goes from wholesale to.
Yeah, that's markup. Markup. I don't remember him talking about that, but that is.
That boy Dugan.
All right, a
Doogie,
public
doogie,
sale
doogie.
in which a property or items of merchandise are sold to the highest bidder.
Auction.
Auction.
That's-
Which of the
yeah.
following is true? The if I take away technique. Remember, he liked that if I take away the technique.
Oh, the negotiating price. Because we talked about the car shop. No, we didn't talk. Not the car shop. The one we said like you take away from something we don't even have it.
Yeah, it's kind of like if I do this, will you do that kind of stuff?
Yes, sir. D.
Which of the following is true? Let's see. I'm looking at A so far.
You looking at it? One second. I didn't even read it. This technique involves negotiating the lowest price. Oh yeah, that's hey, my bad, coach.
Say, all right. It's kind of what you use that towards the end, all right?
Being married or
in
emotionally
a
attached
set
to a
of,
purchase will cause you to lose a. Yes,
Yeah,
true.
If you throw in a set of mats and free car washes for a year, I'll do the deal. Right. Being married or emotionally attached to a purchase will cause you to lose bargaining power.
True, sir.
True. Excluding the United States, most countries use negotiating as
True.
life.
I would think true.
Yeah, because remember he said that, yes, he talked about that in one of the first videos. True. Okay, so that should prep you for the test. Go on www.foundationsdigital.com.
Coach, I am hype. Let's get it.
Okay, it should look very similar to this. Please do it by tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna stop class early. You can maybe have it done before 1 o'clock if you got a 1 o'clock class.
When's it due?
Questions,
Friday.
comments, or concerns?
It's due by tomorrow. What time?
Just right now, sir.
Yeah, how about you just do it by 6 o'clock? That way.
Wait, I've been cutting out. What did you say was due? I know it's due by 6 o'clock, but
It's this chapter 7 tests. Post.
Gotta be due by.
Let me clarify. I'm going to put it in black box as soon as we get out of here, but it's the chapter 7 post test. Chapter 7 post test.
all right.
All right, that's a
Okay.
bit. That's a
And,
bit.
not
and
get on the
Friday at
webs-
6 o'clock.
Tomorrow at 6. If you can't get on the website, send me an email and I will send you all the particulars of how to re-register your account with the password and everything.
Sounds
that's
good,
the
coach.
best line. That's the best line.
Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Nope.
Slack.
All right. On Monday, I think it'll be the seniors' last day. We're going to skip to chapter 11. I'm going to cherry pick some stuff on kind of life, because the next one's retirement and taxes, and most of you guys said you're not going to be worried about that right away. So we're going to skip to chapter 11 starting Monday. All right.
All right, coach.
All right, that's
Eli?
a bit, coach.
Make sure you take the post-test, not the pre-test when you go online.
All
Got
right,
you, Coach.
sir.
All right,
See you on the flip, coach.
we'll see you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Alrighty, sir.
All right. Mr. Wright, you got a lot of missing stuff.
Keep it hanging.
Have you checked your grade? Go back and late stuff, please. Your grade is suffering.
All right, sir.
All right. We'll see you.